Okay, hello and welcome everyone into this series of tutorial where we will gradually learn how to build a membership management application using Five. Now this is going to be a relatively simple application, but we will try to cover most of Five's essential features. So after the end of this series, you'll have a better understanding of how Five works. Okay, so into today's video, we're going to talk about how we can make database tables inside Five. Okay, so we can start off with opening up Five, and this is the first page that we're gonna see, which is a landing page. Now click on applications, and we want to create a new app. So we can click on this yellow plus button. Now we'll start by naming application. I'll call it my membership app, but of course, feel free to name it anything you want. I click on save, and once my application is done saving, I'll have access to this blue manage button. So if I click on that, now I get transported into the development environment of Five. Okay, so we are aiming to build a very simple membership applications where basically it's a member portal where people can come in and apply to be a member, and then administrators or managers can either approve or reject of their request. So let's start off with creating a table. So in order to make a table inside Five, we click on data, and then we can click on the data table wizards because that's the fastest way to create tables inside Five. Once you click on that, now we will prompt it to name our table. I'll just call it my members table, where we'll store the information of all the future members. And let's give it some fields. The first field can of course be their name, then their email. Let's take in then phone number as well. And maybe also the date. And you'll see as soon as I type date, Five recognizes that that should be a type of date, and it automatically changes that. Now let us change it for phone. Phone can be a basic integer since it's just numbers, and I'll leave name and email as text. I'll give them some default sizes so that nothing breaks in my application. And I'll make name and also their email as a required field because members need to have an email in order to register. After that, I will click on next. Now here I can add in my key fields. But I won't do that because Five actually generates my primary keys for me. What I mean by that is if I click on save now, first of all, Five will ask me if I want to populate this our table with some other data, with some other table using a select statement. But since it's a new application, we'll just leave it empty and click on save. Now I'll go back to my database modeler. Now you see you have your members table in front of you. It has a name, email, phone, and date fields, but it also has its primary key called as members key. And that is because I told you Five actually takes care of your primary keys for you. Now in the database modeler, it's another way to build your tables. Here, if you double click on any field, let's say name, so it essentially opens all of its details and you can edit out anything you want. I'll just click on done. You can add fields by clicking on this plus icon, or you can even add tables by clicking on this add table button over here. Now here in this menu, I can select my database, whether it's the one that Five provides me with or an external database that I've connected my application with. Then we'll give it some ID for its data source. I can just call it new table because I'm not going to save this table. It's just to show you everyone that how we can make tables inside the modeler. And new table here as well. We click on done. And as you can see, I have my table in front of me with its primary key. I can also build relationships by simply dragging and dropping to a foreign key that I have in my table. But for that, I need to have a foreign key. I click on X to undo all my changes and my database is back to normal. Okay, so that's it for today's video where we quickly learned how to build a table inside Five. In the next video, we're going to talk about how we can attach this table to a form, and then we're going to run an application and actually add something into the front end of our app. Okay, so if you liked our videos and if you want to watch future tutorials on this series, make sure to like and subscribe. Till then, thank you very much and see you all very soon.